Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play MediEvil for the PS1. In the last episode, we went back to the graveyard. We got another Chalice. We defeated the guardians of the graveyard. And we now have the Daring Dash. Since then, we have opened up 2 new areas. And apparently when you move from one course to another, you actually hear Dan's footprints, which is a nice touch. So anyway, we opened up 2 new areas, Scarecrow Fields and the Enchanted Earth, and I'm going to play Scarecrow Fields because that's the level that I practiced for this video. Almost forgot about the cutscene, which plays when you enter the Scarecrow Fields for the first time. And we need to tread carefully as we go through this area. The Scarecrows are almost unstoppable, so don't be a hero. Try trapping them while you make your escape. They are beatable, though. You just really gotta pound on them. Case in point, this guy suddenly shows up right here. I'm going to be very careful. I can't believe I'm using a life bottle already, but at least I'm taking care of these guys one at a time. So these scarecrows will summon crows, and the scarecrows and the crows can both attack you. You also have these guys showing up too. Thankfully, these guys with the pitchforks are a lot easier. And they'll pop out of the haystacks every so often. Thankfully, we need to defeat them in order to get the Chalice as well. And in order to move this out of the way, we just whack it with the hammer. That's all we got to do. So we got that area to the right there that we can enter. And wow, that guy is automatically defeated. And I saw you coming out of there. And I expected you to come out of there as well. Yeah, I decided to stick around for a while in case any more of these guys show up. Since they all love to show up at least one at a time. And there's also a guy over here who I want to beat up. And being able to hit these guys with the hammer, with the shockwave attack, is really, really good. Because it allows you to get some damage in that you wouldn't otherwise be able to do. Also, do I need that for now? I might as well just go ahead and get it. That'll give me at least some energy back for this. And here is a gargoyle merchant. Let's go ahead and get some more crossbow bolts, because I will definitely need those for what we're about to do. Oh, so that was a fire. I thought that was a hand that I could smash with a hammer for gold at first. Nope. So anyway, we need to go ahead and get out the crossbow. And as soon as we walk in, and the door shuts behind us, and the camera changes, we can go ahead and just shoot at this thing in the head. And then we can shoot at the guy from behind, so we can get rid of this metal behemoth once and for all. This will give us the moon rune. And there is a book that I forgot to read before I went over here. I went to go looking for it first. And it's definitely somewhere around here. Give me a moment and I'll look for it. Oh, there it is. Let's go ahead and open the door with the moon rune, and then open this door, or rather read this book. Preferably with the hammer in our hand so I don't accidentally waste crossbow ammo. Beware of mischief makers and metal machines. Who knows what dark sorcery brings their metal limbs to life? It would be good to see the back of such menaces. that is your clue that you do have to get behind those guys and shoot them. So, we got to go in here now that we've used the moon rune. And we need to beat up some bats. Just to make getting through here a little bit easier. In here is a club, which I don't want. And the earth rune. So now that we have the earth rune, we can take the earth rune back over to where we fought that metal destroyer there. And we need to run past this without getting hit. That windmill will hit you. And how am I doing on health? Okay, this should be easy to refill. So I may find myself going back to this at least once. There's the bird. I'm about to say, where'd he go? Want to be careful as we make our way through here, because there will be birds trying to attack us. And there's the guy with the pitchfork showing up all of a sudden. I'm going to keep this reared back in case the bird comes back, which it does. Where are you? There we go. Once you see those feathers flying around, you know that you've defeated that thing. Should be mentioned. And this thing is going to leap in from right here. And we're going to have to deal with this thing from up close. And if this thing would stop hitting me, that would be great. There we go. We got another silver shield in case we need the silver shield for whatever reason. I forgot you were over here. Gonna go ahead and destroy you real quick. Don't know why you just stood there and took all that, but I'm surprised I went past you without you even doing anything. Alright. Time to go back over here and refill this life bottle that we've used. We have just enough for probably a fraction of a bottle in case we ever have to go back here again. And we now have another metal enemy that we need to defeat. So, once the camera angle changes, let's get behind this thing. Now this one will shoot fire. So you want to hit this thing really quickly. Once the head's gone, go straight for the guy at the controls. We're able to take care of that guy a lot faster this time. And by beating this guy, we get the Chaos Room, which I managed to walk into just right then and there. Nice catch. Kind of like the key catch in Super Ghouls and Ghosts, or Ghosts and Goblins, or that whole series of games. So, there's now not one, but two pitchfork guys. Let's go ahead and smash these guys to bits, and then go ahead and read this book. Cool Cateura, the Serpent Lord, yearns to fight alongside you, but has been captured by Zarok and sealed within a chest. Free this mighty spirit and earn a powerful ally. So, basically, what's his name again? I just read the book and now forgot his name. Cool Cateura. Cool Cateura, once you free him, will fly around you for a brief amount of time. When that happens, you can go around and have him defeat enemies for you, which is really, really cool. And it makes getting through this area here a little bit easier. Also, there is a thing that we can raid. These fields are home to many mad machines, yet the most bizarre of them is housed within this barn. Also, one, I need to get rid of you. And two, I need to push this out of the way with the hammer. I'm about to say, there should be a third guy here. And a fourth guy. Is there a fifth guy? Well, no. But there are plenty of... There are two scarecrows that we can beat up here, which I will definitely beat down. I really should wait for them to stop spinning and just get away from them before attacking them again. But I believe we now have everything taken care of. And if we go in here, we'll be able to get some treasures. Just waiting on the bat. If the bat will show up and hit me. Or try to hit me. Awesome. There is a book that we can read. We might as well go ahead and read it. The corn cutting machine is missing a part. A cog fell off this miracle of modern agriculture and it hasn't worked since. We can go up here, and if we can dash, we should be able to get up to that platform there. If I could turn around and then dash, that would be great. I am apparently having a very bad time doing this. Oh! You can just walk into the hay and do that. I was not aware you could do that. So anyway, we've got some gold. We can hit this switch to bring down this little harvester thing, which we will need, and inside, if you need a copper shield, you can get it here. There's nothing else to do here for now. So let's go ahead and go back around. And I believe I do want to go back to the energy well. I know it won't refill the life bar or the life bottle that I just used, but it'll come close, I would think. So, while we were in that barn, we were also in a corn maze, and that didn't even come close. Anyway, we were in a corn maze, and when you're in the corn maze, you want to be careful about where you're going, because you go into the corn, you lose a whole life bottle worth of health, which is not fun. And I do want to move around very carefully as I go through here. This guy's getting destroyed. I know there's going to be more than one of these guys. So I want to make sure that I get rid of every single one of them as they keep popping out of this little stack of hay. I believe there are either 4 or 5 guys. That was the 4th guy. Is there any more for any more? Yep, there was a 5th guy. And we can now collect the Chalice. So you can kind of tell that there are things within the corn. And if you walk into the corn, you will get annihilated. You will lose a whole life bottle worth of health. And you will have to be a little more careful next time and maybe even try to get it back. And it's a good thing we found that energy vial. It'll make refilling our health and staying topped up is super easy now. I know I'm taking more hits than I should have, but at least I'm having more luck here now that I practiced. And there's really not much else that we can do. I do want to look around a little bit more. Yeah, there's not much to this corn area. Calling it a corn maze is a bit of a misnomer. It's just a corn route. So anyway, we got ourselves a fast-moving windmill. Ow. We want to go through here as quickly as possible. You are going to be in the way, but that's all right. And I am taking more damage than I should. But we are okay. Now we just need to go through this mill, hopefully without getting squashed. And yeah, let's just step out for a little bit. And then keep on jumping. Use our daring dash if we need to. This would have been a good place to use the daring dash. But it kind of helps to be a little bit patient here. you can get hurt over here. And now, we need to take this path, because this will take us to even more things. But first, I do want to refill my health, as well as all the life bottles that I have. Now, thankfully, this part is a little easy. Just stay near the wall, just keep running. You won't have to worry about falling into the center there. And you may take one hit or two going through there, because you're going against the little spiky things. That's alright. And here, you do want to use a daring dash and be ready to jump carefully in case you want to kind of go through here without taking a whole bunch of damage. And here you can just take your time. Now, there is a little opening to the right there. That takes you to the end of the level. We're not done yet, so we're not taking it. Instead, we're going to go all the way back. Just carefully make our way out here. Refill our health. And then we should be able to go kind of against the grain. Pun not intended. And then just do this. There we go. We will have to go through all this stuff again. So by going through the end of that path, we were able to find the harvester part, which I picked up along with that silver shield. We will need the harvester part for the Chalice, because, well, we haven't seen the Chalice yet. So it's got to be somewhere, right? Also, there is a place where I can refill on health. But in order to get there, we need to use the harvester. We need to use the harvester part on the harvester and fix the harvester. And I forgot where the opening for the thing was already. It's already to the side. Oh, and if you needed the magical help beating up some enemies... Oh, there it is. There's Cateura. I didn't even need Cateura. Well, maybe I will now. Let's go ahead and use the harvester part here. And in case any enemies do pop up after we get the harvester up and running, Cateura, or Cateura, however you want to pronounce it, will be right there with you. And just like that, tears up all the enemies. And if I could not have weird camera angles, that would be great. Thanks, game. Anyway, there's a Chalice, there's a life bottle, and there is some gold. I believe that is 50 gold. Let's go ahead and, yeah, we can buy some more crossbow bolts with the gold that we just got, which is good. And Cateura does not hang around for long. As a matter of fact, Cateura will disappear after a while. And I believe Cateura has disappeared right about now. Now, thankfully, we don't have to go through the barn in order to get around anymore. We can just get through here. And if the game would stop giving me crazy camera angles, that would be great. I have a really bad feeling about doing these little narrow paths at angles, because I have the feeling I'm just going to run into the corner and get killed. So, now we've given ourselves a little bit of a way to refill our health. All we can do now is just go ahead, go through everything. Ow. Hopefully use the daring dash whenever we need to. That gave me a little bit of health back. And from here, we should be able to get through here without either being killed or horribly maimed. Well, I got horribly maimed, but that's alright. Let's just jump through here. Or rather, no. We need to go over here. There we go. We are now at the end of the level. We do have the Chalice. Let's go ahead and talk to this gargoyle before we leave. See where we go next.
Pumpkin Gorge, dead ahead. the nursery to Gallomere's favorite side dish. Step inside and understand the true horror of fruit gone bad.
Well, this sounds fun. Something tells me we will be facing evil pumpkins, probably. Pumpkins are fruit, after all. But, for now, let's just go ahead and go to the Hall of Heroes. Now, do you say anything new? I don't think you do.
It's the hall.
You do not say anything new. Okay, that's fun. That's fine. That's fair. So, we now have this statue glowing green. Who is this and what will they give us?
Fortescue, you jawless arrow magnet, what are you doing back here? What? Call me Mr. Woden the Mighty. How I pity the people of Gallowmere, that their fate should once again be in the hands of a chump like you. Still, I suppose it's not fair to take it out on them. Take my sword, and do try not to stab yourself in the foot. You know, I've always had my doubts about you, Fortescue. You're just not carved from hero material.
Well, as doubtful as he is of us, we should at least accept his sword. And it is a broadsword. And it is a much thicker sword. We do have some nice range, which I like. And if we charge this up, we can do the little whirlwind blade thing like usual. There is a percentage that is assigned to this, but we'll find out what it does when the time comes. For now, though, we have a much better sword than the one we started out with. Let's go ahead and leave the Hall of Heroes. And by going through here, we can save our progress. And we have 2 new areas to go through. Let's see what we have. We have the Pumpkin Gorge. And we have the Sleeping Village. Oh dear. However, before I go to any one of those areas, I do want to go to the Enchanted Earth. So, you know what? I might as well just go ahead and save my game again here. Make sure everything goes right. Save to the same save file as always. And our save is now successful. So, join me next time where we go through the Enchanted Earth and take on some more challenges and maybe even find another Chalice in the next video. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!